the brand new.
Yeah, maybe you can put it in the mobile. Yeah, 735. I'm seeing it on the webpage, so I have to look at the site.
Yeah, sensitivity on HF is about the same rated as the 7100. So it looks pretty good.
It looks like hold on, I'm not sure. It says IC735. Yeah, it looks like it has an analog meter.
Roger that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Google,
George has one brand new
volume
in the box.
5%.
Unbelievable. He must have it in the basement for a few years.
Yeah, it's there seems to be a lot of ham radio operators that buy stuff and they never take it out of the box. They just put it in the basement and then they take it out and look at
Okay,
it for
less
some
than
years
2 minutes to go.
Does that ring a bell?
I have two radios right here, but I don't. The brand new radios, I don't put them down in the basement. I'll keep them in the radio, the one under the table.
Oh, okay, yeah, and you just keep them there for a rainy day, and then yeah. So it sounds like George is clearing out some stuff he's had kicking around and just decided that he's not going to use. Anyways. Yeah, this will be a good addition. I might be able to run HF on one hand and UHF, VHF on the other, and the two radios probably won't bother each other.
And you know what the best part? Your brand new SM50 is going to fit in it is an 8-pin plug.
Yeah, roger that.
It's time for check-in with Chuckles.
Line 'em up, BE3BMO.
What's going on, driver?
All right, that sounds like my cue. It's 8 p.m. Good evening and welcome. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, opening the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, A.R.E.G, for Wednesday, May 18th. Only 4 more to go before we hit 1,500. We are at week 1,496 weeks that A.R.E.G has been on the air. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton, below the escarpment. And we are also streaming the net live on YouTube. Just put VA3CJZ in the YouTube search box and look for us live there or under the title A.R.E.G. Week 1496. This informal Simplex Net, originally founded by John Sims, VE3JSU, is on every Wednesday night, starting at 8 p.m. and ending at 10 p.m. local time here on 146.430. And while this is a Simplex Net, it is likely that not everyone will be able to hear everyone else. So this should not discourage you from participating, and it may even encourage some of you to improve your station. And keeping in mind that relaying communications has a long history in amateur radio, so we encourage the practice to ask for a relay when a station is unable to hear the other party or to pass on a message. We also ask that you please try and leave a 2-second delay between transmissions to allow other stations to break in that are much weaker. May I now have check-ins for this evening's A.R.E.G?
PDL.
B3GBD.
All right, we got two check-ins there, PDL and GBD. Let's say hello to Paul up on the mountain.
Yeah, good evening, Chuck. Haven't been on there for, I don't know, since last Friday. So, yeah, I've been off the air for a bit, but just turned on the handy talkie. Figured I better throw a bean in the pot for you tonight, sir.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, you're doing a great job, Paul. I've got you here at full strength. The audio is not the same as your base station, but nonetheless, a great signal from where you are. What's happening there? You tear down your station or what?
No, I had Dave do that mod on my 7000 so that the fan's always on instead of just when I key up. But since I got it back, I haven't even bothered to plug it in. All my radios are unplugged except for the handy talkie here. So, yeah, simple enough to hook it all back up, but just haven't got around to it. I was enjoying the break.
Yes. I have a new table to put all my radio stuff on, and I'm just waiting for the right moment to strip down the station in its entirety, and then put in this new longer table, and then reset everything back up again. So I'm just waiting for the right time for that.
Very good, very good. Well, sure we'll all be able to see it after you get it set up on YouTube there, so you'll have a bunch of onlookers. All right, Chuck, I'll let you pick up whoever's behind me and the multitudes in waiting. Thanks for letting me check in, but B3PDL, back over to you.
Absolutely, Paul. Always a pleasure. I hope to hear from you again a little later on this evening. And so next, let's go to George in the East End here, VE3GBD. Good evening, George.
Good evening, Chuck. Everybody else is going to be on that. Paul, get your lazy bum and start plugging the equipment in. Not much to report, though. Just rounding up garbage, thinking of stuff that I got to take up to the trailer, blah, blah, blah. Same old poo-poo.
Oh, yeah. Well, speaking of garbage, last night I was awoken to a raccoon just 2 feet away outside my bedroom window. We have a garbage can there, and I guess my wife and daughter threw some garbage in there with food like candies and old food, and the lid on the can doesn't work. So we've got a wider lid with a brick on top, and the little bugger was trying to push the brick off of my can.
Oh yeah, we got a camera on our garage, and I got the garbage can in the recycle, like the green bin or what, right there. And it's like at night, my wife's phone goes off because she's got it hooked up to her phone, and it's like there's the raccoon, big raccoon, just trying to get into it. It's funny to watch.
Yeah, I have to go through my footage. The sad thing is, though, we have a robin's nest that had two babies in there with the mama, and I found the nest on the ground, empty, of course. No sign of a struggle, no feathers or nothing. But I'm hoping the birds got away. They looked like they were almost ready to fly away. But then again, when you got raccoons, he went up that post when I chased him last night. He went up that same post where the bird's nest was. So I hope they made it.
Holy moly! No kidding. Those raccoons. Hey, when they're hungry, they'll look for food. That's crazy. I'm surprised we don't see more coyotes around this park, to be honest. I haven't seen one yet, but I'm pretty sure we will.
Oh yeah, being close to the escarpment like that, it's not far away at all. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, raccoons, dirty little buggers. They get into anything and everything. There's one of our neighbors in the backyard has one of those industrial garages. You can drive a semi in there, two of them actually. And I see coons come out of the underneath the roof all the time. So there's a family living there, and yep, come garbage time, they're roaming the neighborhood.
Yeah, they're the same here. I haven't seen any skunks or possums. I have seen like raccoon, but only on the camera. I don't see anything unless it's but I've never, yeah, no possums, no skunks, just that raccoon.
Yeah, dirty rotten scoundrel. All right, George. Well, thanks a bunch for checking in. We'll get back to you soon, I'm sure. But first, let's see if we have any other people that would like to check in to the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and I'm located in East Hamilton, and we are looking for your check-in. Please come now.
VA3AXJ.
CA3OYL.
Okay, I heard three stations there. Someone doubled with Rick at the beginning, a weaker station. That station come again?
Could have been me, VE3TGL.
Yes, sir. I believe it was. All right, hang in there. We've got three check-ins, and let's start with Rick, VA3AXJ.
Now, you know me better than that, Chucky. Ladies before gentlemen. Go ahead, YLL.
Oh, well, thank you. Good evening there, Chuck. How are you?
Hey, good evening there, Deb. Yeah, it's been a while. We're doing okay. Been a little bit up and down with this stomach flu. Something's going on there, but we're gonna find out, I guess, if things don't get better. But feeling much better right now because the net is on, and we're looking at what, three more nets to go, and then it's 1,500.
Woohoo! Wow. Well, hopefully I'll be on for that night. I haven't been on for a little while. I've been busy. I had to empty out a 4-bedroom house in Toronto. Got it all empty and got it all ready for to put it up for sale. So I thought, oh, it's a good time to get on the net. So kind of in between stuff right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. Getting a house ready for selling is a chore, for sure. Very good then, Deb. While I've got you here, I do have an announcement to make regarding amateur radio you might be interested in. Um, RAC Canada, Radio Amateurs of Canada, has posted a special call signs available in honor of the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, available from May 15th, that was 3 days ago, to July 14th, 2022. Now, you can change your prefix in your call sign. If you have a VE3, for example, here in Ontario, you could change your prefix to VX3 and then the rest of your call. So, and for VA3s, we change our call signs to VG3, Victor Golf 3, and then the rest of the call sign. So that's it says here, Innovation, Science and Economic Development Canada has approved the use of special call signs from May 15th to July 14th. These dates correspond with the early summer busy operating season and will be available to all Canadian amateurs who wish to use the special call signs on all occasions, including Field Day, June VHF Day, and so on. Canada Day, the RAC Canada Day. So, yeah, there you go.
Oh, well, that sounds like fun to start using that.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought that was pretty neat. I came across it and I posted it on the uh, 146430 AREG, or sorry, the AREG Facebook page. I put the link to the RAC website that's promoting the Queen's Platinum Jubilee call signs. So if anybody wants to check it out there, if you're not on the Facebook AREG Facebook page, just Google special call signs available in honor of the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, and then click on the very first one, and that will be the RAC website. All right, there, Deb. Are you going to be hanging around with us, or are you going to take off?
I think I'm gonna listen along, but I'll be in and out. So I may not be around for next round, but I'll try to be. How's that for uncertainty?
Sounds like me. In and out of it. Okay, Deb, it's a pleasure to have you with us. Thanks for checking in. I really appreciate it. We'll talk to you again. Take care. Next on the list is Rick, VA3AXJ, the knight in shining armor who relinquished his check-in to the young lady. Hey there, Rick.
Yeah, not late for gentlemen. Yeah, busy 3 or 4 days here. I've been working on the truck. I broke the truck. Anyhow,
Uh-oh.
I got the truck fixed now. But yeah, it was hell. We changed the center links in the driveway because it had a big clunk in the front end, and they figured that's what it was. We changed them, put new ones in, and the ones that were right in it were the originals. They had the grease fittings. The new ones, they don't have grease fittings. They're packed already. But that wasn't the problem. So I ended up taking it into the garage this morning. It was a stabilizer bar bushings. When I got it to the garage, we put it up on the hoist, and I looked at it. The left side, the bushing was not even there. It was gone. And the right side was just hanging there, just by a little tiny piece of rubber. And yeah, it's fixed now, though.
Quit hauling peanut butter. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Too much weight on the axle. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean there, Rick. We had that. I had the CV joint on a car go on me right after I left the beer store. So at least I had my beer, but then I couldn't drive anywhere because the wheel would have turned sideways and there would have been a lot more damage. So we just stopped the car, called CAA, and had it towed to our place, and then we fixed it there.
Yeah, and today I put my back out, so I'm in agony pain. Yeah, I was supposed to go up to the hospital to see my granddaughter today, but didn't get up there. Just damn sore. Other than that, not much more to say, but ouch, you know. Yeah, I know you got problems with your back too, but I'm kind of really in pain.
Yeah, I feel for you, brother. I feel for you. I had my back procedure done 12 days ago, and my back feels so much better now. So I'm good for the summer, which is a good thing, and I can enjoy myself. Okay, Rick, if there's nothing else, we're going to carry on to the next call in. You going to stick around?
Yeah, I'll be here for a bit. They're here following the shenanigans there up there in the hill. I should go and pay him his fines, my fines, but I can't afford it now. I had to fix the truck. You're out of luck, Paul. The A3AXJ will be standing by and listening for a bit.
All right, there, Rick. Well, you know what? You may have some competition there because I have a neighbor who keeps offloading peanut butter to us from the food bank that he gets in exchange for cigarettes. So we're getting pretty heavy stocks of peanut butter ourselves, so watch out. Okay, Rick, take care, my friend. Let's go to TGL now. Uwe, VE3 TGL. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, V3 TGL. Yeah, I'm not getting a very good reception tonight. I get a lot of static crashes and things going on here. Must be because of the rain or something. Anyways, just be one and done here if you still copy me. V3 TGL, just mark it down for one for the books. Back to you.
All right, there, VE3 TGL, VA3 CJZ. We've switched over to a remote station in Flamborough there. See if we can pick you up a little bit better because you were coming in a little bit noisy with an S9. So I do have an S5 noise level on 2 meters. I don't know why. That's unusually high. But hopefully you can hear us on the on this remote station there. Can you hear me, Uwe?
Yeah, I don't know if you're copying me at all, but yeah, I didn't catch any of that. Anyways, you were coming in, getting QSC, you're coming in and filming out. So, anyways, we'll talk to you next time. V3 TGL.
Okay, yes, QSL there, VE3 TGL, VA3 CJZ. Thanks for your check-in, much appreciated. And yes, it is quite noisy here on 2 meters. Okay, so let's see now, where are we? Well, let's do a few announcements, like I just mentioned earlier. Um, Radio Amateurs of Canada has issued special call signs available in honor of the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, available from May 15th to July 14th, 2022. Our call signs here in Ontario, the prefix can be changed from Victor Echo 3 to Victor X-Ray 3, and the Victor Alpha 3 prefix can be changed over to Victor Golf 3. And for all the other provinces, well, I suggest you go to that website and check out all the variations of the different provinces and modifications to the prefixes. So good luck with that. And so let's see if anybody else is out there would like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie, Juliet, Zulu. Any new check-ins, please come now.
VG3 IMW.
All right, there we go. VG3 IMW. Mac, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Chuck. Yeah, it's hump day. It's time to check in with Chuck, and you're sounding good tonight. Incidentally, I just got back from the ACS net, and I did mention to the guys on that net that I'd be moving down and checking in with you tonight. So Uwe is probably one of the guys that heard me and came in to check in with you. So that's working out good. Anyways, I'm sure we'll get to on this day in history and all the rest of that exciting stuff. But other than that, just wanted to check in and see what you think this microphone sounds like tonight. Back to you.
All right. Well, yeah, that is a good question for sure there, Mac. I'm wearing earbuds this evening for the net, and you sound great in my ears right now. Actually, there is zero echo, and I like the tones of it there. Bring it back some.
Okay, Roger. Yeah. I've been trying to play with the gain a little bit just so that I don't get too much background noise, and I don't want you to hear the room, but at the same time, I'd like to have the audio strong and proud enough that people aren't having to turn up the volume. Roger.
Yes, absolutely. I like it right there. The only thing that I noticed was when you have your initial key up, there's a thunk. So that's probably the bar you're pressing, and so it's picking that up. And I wouldn't increase the gain on it at all. It's good right there. And you can listen to your transmission on YouTube, as you are well aware. Just put in VA3CJZ in the YouTube search box and look for us live there, or under the title A.R.E.G. Week 1496. And you can hear exactly what you sound like. Me personally, I don't like listening to my voice. I feel that I don't, when I play it back, it doesn't sound like me. So I'm sure a lot of people feel that way as well.
Yeah, it's actually your least favorite voice, right? It's not something you listen to, and I know when I listen to myself, I think I'm too far monotone, and that really kind of bothers me. But other than that, hey, well, if you guys are willing to listen, I'm willing to chitter chatter. Anyways, I heard Rick in there. Just wondering how his granddaughter's doing. Rick, can you come back for a second and give us a quick update?
Yeah, I sure can there, buddy. Yeah, she's doing really, really well. Had the hairdressers come in a few days there to try to get all the knots out of her hair. She's not liking that much, but she's got the one-arm mobile now. Gotta have a lot of therapy, though, to get her hand working properly. She's been in a wheelchair outside for a bit, but it's going to be a long run. I think probably another 4 or 5 weeks and months in the hospital until she gets right and mobile. Yeah, that's about it. The update. She's doing great, though. Really good.
Yeah, so glad to hear that, Rick. Yeah, absolutely wonderful that she's going to get a second chance to live, breathe, run, play piano and violin and all the rest of that stuff. Anyways, trusting things keep going in the right direction. All right, Chuck, I'll let you go ahead and pick up a few more stations. I'm sure there's going to be a load of folks getting in there, and we'll be here for the duration. Back to you.
A short comment. Yeah, and just to let you guys know that they're going to give her a day pass so she can go to her graduation.
Yeah, it's Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta. Just saying hello and checking in. Yep, just playing with the radio, I guess. I'm putting out full power, 100 watt, on the omnidirectional antenna, and you are coming in with a plus 20. Rick is plus 20 as well, and Mark was coming in with an S9. Back to you, Chuck. It's the same radio, same microphone. It's the radio is a 9100, and the microphone is an SM50.
Well, I said I was going to stick around, so I guess I'm still here. SM50 was delivered today. So, yeah, new edition.
Yeah, I hear the same thing on you as well. When you're dropping it, I think it's not the microphone; it's the radio does that, I guess. I'm using the same microphone as Mark, and do you hear the same thing? I'm going to click it a couple of times. Yeah, probably his microphone is a little bit newer, and it has to break in, I guess. Yeah, that's why he's working hard, so he can spend the money.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you can't take it with you, and like you said, if you're not hanging out at the bars and gambling or wasting money, really, nobody can say anything about you buying toys.
Yeah, that's what you say to the wife, right? So, yeah. Sometimes it's better not to be married because nobody's questioning you.
Well, you know what? I do know people like that, and yeah, they'd rather be single. Uh, you know, everyone's reasons are different but similar. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard my wife in the background. She made some noises. I'm not sure what that was. I couldn't figure out what she was saying. But yeah, I think she heard what I said.
Yeah. Well, you weren't saying that you wish you were single. You just made a comment about being single. I better quit now before I dig us both a hole there, Arpet.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. They need you. They need you. So they're not going to put you in the doghouse because they need you tonight.
Yeah, yeah. Not in the doghouse for too long, anyways. They need you. That's right. Did you happen to um, notice anything? Apparently, we had an alignment of planets from the 15th to today, where the sun, or I think the sun, the moon, and the Earth were lined up. And there was a neat video online about it during the eclipse out in Vancouver or Hawaii, I think it was. You could actually see the Milky Way just for 3 seconds. It popped right in there, and then of course the planets are moving, and it went out of focus. But that was pretty cool.
Actually, I was going to see the eclipse, and when the Earth was covering the sun for a no, sorry, the Earth was covering the moon for a little short while. It was supposed to start at what 3 days ago, I think it was at midnight. 5 minutes after midnight, I believe it was. And I was going to go out, but I fell asleep. So I guess I did miss it. But we had a cloudy night, anyways.
Yeah, yeah. The weather around here hasn't been how you say like we're used to seeing. On the news they're saying the last 7 years have been the hottest on record for us, and I'm sure many other places around the globe. And just look at Manitoba; they're being flooded right now. Those poor people, and then the farmers. It's seeding. It's time to plant seeds now, and they can't do that. Um, and the world is having trouble with wheat because Russia is like one of the top producers of wheat, and Ukraine, and it's a mess. But yeah, we're getting hotter and hotter summers, and all kinds of weather in between.
Oh yeah. Well, there are lots of things are happening, and with this weather modification, that would be no problem in if that HARP system in Alaska would do the weather modification. So that would be okay. But the only problem is China does it, England, Russians. So all the countries around the world, they try to get this weather modification according to their needs, and that's why it's everything all screwed up because they're not coordinated.
Yes, you bring up a good point there because I was reading about that. Certain countries are also weaponizing their weather manipulation technologies, and so yeah, we're doing it all to ourselves, and not for the betterment of each other. It's me, 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 and so yeah, there's a lot of that going on. But anyways, Arpad, thanks for checking in. How'd you do on the other net there?
We had a good turnout. We had 21 people. Actually, that was a little bit higher than the days before, but the temperature cooled down a little bit, and that's what I noticed when the temperature nice and warm. People are sitting out having a beer and whatnot. Nobody wants to come in and talk on the radio, which was perfectly fine. Then the temperature dropped down today to 10, 11 degrees, and everybody goes inside. Oh, it's better to turn on the radio.
Yes, yes. Isn't that the truth, eh? Um, yeah, oh well, it's okay. It's to be expected. I mean, summer weather is so short. A lot of people, well, I know Larry up on the mountain there. He's always in his garage, day or night, throughout the summer there. So he spends a lot of time outside as much as he can. So, yeah, good for him.
All right, Chuck. Yeah, I'm going to listen a little bit here, and we may going to watch a movie or something. I'm not really sure yet. Maybe I'm going to have a beer. Hey, what do you think about that?
All right, have one for me. I've still got beer in there from last year. I'm waiting for that scorching hot temperatures there. Okay, Arpad, thank you very much for checking in, sir. You are check-in number 8, and much appreciated, sir. You have a great rest of the evening, and you can break in with comments at any time. Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta. Okay, this is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, A.R.E.G. And we are at week 1,496 weeks that A.R.E.G has been on the air. That's almost 29 years. We're looking forward to our 1500th coming up in 4 weeks. We hope to hear you then. And now let's see if there are any other check-ins who'd like to come in and say hi. This is VA3CJZ. Please come now. All right. Nothing heard. Let's go to birthdays, celebrity birthdays on this day in history. The first one I want to start off with is Jimmy Superfly Snuka. He's from Fiji and became an American professional wrestler, born in Suva, British Fiji. In 1943, he was born, passed away only 5 years ago in 2017. And then we have Tsar Nicholas II of Russia. He was born on this day in 1868, and he was killed along with his family in 1918. Next, we have Reggie Jackson, the American Baseball Hall of Famer, right fielder, 14-time All-Star, born in Wincott, Pennsylvania, born on this day in 1946. I guess he's still alive because there's no death died date. Very good. 1949, Rick Wakeman was born on this day. He's the British session pianist for Cat Stevens, David Bowie, and is a keyboardist for the band Yes. He was born in 1949. And then finally, born on this day in 1963, Marty McSorley, Canadian NHL defenseman for the LA Kings and the New York Rangers. And guess what? He was born in Hamilton, Ontario on this day, 1963. Okay, let's do another call out and see if anyone else is out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton below the escarpment. Any new check-ins, please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, November, Foxtrot Golf.
Victor Golf 3, November, Charlie Alpha.
All right, I've got 2 check-ins there, and I see that someone else has taken advantage of the special call signs that we are now allowed to use from 3 days ago up until July. So let's say hello to VA3 NFG.
Roger, or you can call me Charlie Foxtrot 4, November, Foxtrot Golf, whichever you prefer. How's it going, Chuck? Everybody on net? Just tuned in here. I'm just chilling in the shack. I'll be around for a couple hours at least there. Work today, nice and early, still about 4 o'clock, and that's my story, Chuck. Back to you. Charlie Foxtrot 4, November, Foxtrot Golf.
Mr. Backwards. Okay. Very good, Steve. Yeah, we're doing good. Feeling much better there. The day didn't start off too peppy, but I seem to always wake up in the evening. So glad you could check in a little bit earlier with us. I think you missed a big announcement I just made, and you probably heard a Victor Golf 3 call. I don't know if you heard, but A.R.E.G, Canada Radio Amateurs of Canada, has issued special call signs available in honor of the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. And they are available from May 15th to July 14th, 2022. Any Victor Echo 3 stations can change their prefix to Victor X-Ray 3, and any Victor Alpha 3 stations can change their prefix to Victor Golf 3. And that goes on from now until July 14th. So take advantage of it and, have fun with it. Did you hear about that, Steve?
No, that's news to me. And my Charlie Foxtrot 4, November Foxtrot Golf call sign, is given to me because of the year I got my license. So it's the bicentennial thing there, whatever you call it there. I can't think of the word, but no, I it's listed in my if you check my call sign at QRZ and then scroll down, you'll see the special events license that was awarded to me because of the year I got my license in. But okay, so Victor Golf 3 replaces a Victor Alpha 3, or do you still retain the Victor Alpha 3 as well?
Well, you could use your own call sign if you wish, but from now until July 14th, you can change your prefix to Victor Golf 3 if you have a VA. If you have a VE, you change it to Victor X-Ray 3. So give me that call sign again, Charlie Fox 4.
Charlie Fox 4. The rest is the same. NFG. Charlie Foxtrot 4. November Foxtrot Golf. Okay, so say you change it. So is that only to use until then? Or is that like you get to permanently change your call sign?
No. Until July 14th. That's it. It's only because of the Queen's Platinum Jubilee.
Okay, so then after that, then it would revert back to your Victor Alpha, right?
That's correct. I can't really give you the exact web page for A.R.E.G, but it's easier to just Google it and Google special call signs available in honor of the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. If you put that in the Google, the first link is the A.R.E.G link. Special call signs available in honor of the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. Now, platinum is because she's been on the throne for 70 years. Amazing.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, that's a long time to be. I couldn't imagine sitting on a throne for 70 years. You know, unless I ate a lot of cabbage rolls or something. Anyway, okay, very good then. So you have to register for this, or can you just assume the Victor Golf 3?
Well, I think it's up for grabs. Anyone can use it anytime now. You can go use it right now if you want.
Oh, okay, very good. We'll look into that. Victor Golf 3, November Foxtrot Golf. Back to you there, Chuck.
All right, very good. Thank you very much. Victor Golf 3, November Foxtrot Golf. Let's go to Victor Golf 3, November Charlie Alpha. Wade, good evening, sir.
Roger that. Good evening, Chuck, and good evening, everybody on net. Just joined and tried out my Platinum Jubilee call there when I keyed up. Earlier, listened to Larry and Dave CP there do their presentation on POTA. So that was a very nice session that they did, and we wrapped up. I wrapped up when they went into the regular club business, and I excused myself and came here to check in with Chuck. Anyways, giving Victor Golf 3 November Charlie Alpha a tryout, and not much else going on other than that. So I will send it back to you, Chuck. Thanks for doing it. The G3 and CA.
All right, very good. And another place you could use this call sign is on the weekend with all the contests coming up. Here, looking at contestcalendar.com website, we've got a whole whack of contests coming up on the weekend. The first one I see for me, for sideband and CW, is the UN DX contest. On May 21st, and that's from 10 meters, 15, 20, 40, and 80. And that's the UNDX contest. Then there's a bunch of CW ones, the NZART Sangster Shield contest, never heard of that. Then there's the Yoda, I do believe that's Youth on the Air contest, and that's for single sideband and CW. And again, 10 meters, 15, 20, 40, and 80. And let's see, His Majesty the King of Spain contest, that's CW. And we have the Arkansas's QSO party. And a lot of little tiny ones that only last about an hour. So again, if you want more information on that, go to contestcalendar.com. And check out all your contest information there. Okay, thank you, Wade. Much appreciated, sir. We'll see if we can pull in any more check-ins and get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks for checking in. Victor Golf 3, November Charlie Alpha, using the special call sign for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee special event. Okay, this is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. Maybe we'll use the VG next time. This is VA3 CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. And we're looking for your check-ins. Anyone, anywhere, please come now. All right, well, you know what that means. Now we go back to our On This Day list of things to mention. We did mention celebrity birthdays. We've got a couple here of celebrity deaths. The first one on my list is in 1990 on this day. Jill Ireland, English actress, dies of cancer at the age of 54. She's famously known to being Charles Bronson's wife for many years, but he actually stole that wife of his from a gentleman called David McCallum. Now, David McCallum is also known as Ilya Kuryakin on The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Jill Ireland was married to him for 10 years, and then Charles Bronson came along, and, well, that was it. So in 1990, Jill Ireland passed away from cancer at the age of 54. And on this day in 1995, another treasure, Elizabeth Montgomery from Bewitched, dies of cancer as well at the age of 62. That's on this day in 1995. And on this day, 2002, Davy Boy Smith, English professional wrestler for the WWF, dies of a heart attack at the age of 39. So, but he was a big roid user too. So that should teach you. Okay, with that, let's see if anyone else is out there like to stop by and say hi on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. We're also streaming live on YouTube. If you wish to listen there, just put in my call sign in the YouTube search and look for us live there. Any new check-ins, please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go to the top of the list and see if VE3 PDL is with us. Okay. Maybe not. Where was I? Okay, I heard somebody keying up. Is there a comment or someone want to check in? Please come now. All right, well, let's go to George. See if he's got all his stuff packed for the long weekend there at the trailer. VE3GBD.
We've got Grandpa Greg and KCI standing by.
Oh, okay. Well, hang on there, George. We're going to get to you in just a minute. We've got new check-ins there. We've got VA3 FGT and VE3 KCI. All right. Well, let's say hi to Art. Let me drop. There we go. This is VA3CJZ here. Art, are you there, VE3KCI?
Yes, I am, Chuck. It was pretty hard to get through there for a while. It's 6 pounds of noise level over here and couldn't hear a thing.
Yes. I am also experiencing a bunch of noise on 2 meters. I thought it was local to me, but it must be the conditions this evening there, Art. I was looking at the conditions on the QRZ webpage as to the sunspots and solar flare activity, and last night they were both at 170 plus. I'm looking at it right now live, and it says we have the solar flux index is at 180. That's the highest I've ever seen it. And it says here that we've got 153 sunspots that are active. So very active conditions. But we've got you on the remote station there, Art. Thanks for checking in. How's things? How have you been?
I'm not doing too badly. It's, I've been taking it easy. Legs have been swelled up like crazy again due to the weather, but otherwise not. I'm still okay. Glad I'm finally making it through to talking to you, and I can't believe how heavy the sunspots have been. So get it back to you there, Chuck.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we're glad to have you check in with us there, Art. I was hoping you would, because I knew Mac was up there listening in, and thankfully he heard you call out. And it's always a pleasure to talk to you, Art. I'm glad things are okay. I know the weather's not there yet. It's up and down, but tomorrow they're saying it's going to be over 20, unless they change their mind again. But and I see on the YouTube live stream we have going Greg out in Simcoe saying hello, VA3FGT, and we'll try to make contact with him there shortly. Anyways, Art, yeah, glad to have you aboard. You going to stick around for a bit?
Yeah, I'm going to stick around for a little bit and say hello to Greg back my way out to him. And yeah, I'm going to stick around for a little while, see what happens. And I can hardly wait for the warm temperatures tomorrow. I can hardly wait.
Yeah, you and me both. I seem to become very inactive when the weather gets too cool. Yeah, well, that's how it is. All right, Art. Thanks again, sir. VA3 Kilo Charlie India. Let's stay on the remote station out from Flamborough and see if we can make contact with the Victor Alpha 3 Foxtrot Golf Tango out in Simcoe. Greg, good evening. Can you hear me?
Good evening, Chuck, and everybody on the net. Just waving a hand from Simcoe, see if we could get into the net somehow, some way. And I guess Mac picked me up there again, and then I can hear you a bit on the Flamborough station.
Oh, very good, very good. Well, you can always listen on the YouTube stream, and then come back to us. But I've got you at an S9 here from the Flamborough station, so a good copy on you. You'll be able to hear that played back on the YouTube live stream there. So very good. So how are things out in Flamborough, and how's the little grandbaby? Sorry, not Flamborough, Simcoe.
She's had her first shot. She's 11 pounds, 5 ounces now, so she's gained quite a bit of weight and giving us quite a bit of different facial features now, smiling and giggling and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, that's beautiful. Glad to hear that. And now it's great now with cell phones. You can take a million gazillion pictures. You don't have to go and develop film like we did. And so you can take instant pictures, get instant gratification, and post whatever you want wherever you want, or just keep them in your own album there on your phone. So very good. 11 pound, 5 ounces. Great. And so did you hear that Huey has a Yaesu 991 for sale?
Oh, I haven't heard nothing of that. I have been at work all day there, and I was out in Aberfoyle or Pushland.
Oh, okay. Well, I heard him, I think, on the OBP repeater earlier today. And Greg or Steve, I think, mentioned that you might be interested. It's a Yaesu 991, and he wants $975 for it. Now, I thought they only made the 991A, but I could be mistaken. He didn't mention the A in there. So, yeah, look it up, check it out, and make up your own mind on what if that interests you or not. But I thought I'd put it out there for you.
I think it's an 891.
Chuck, thank you for that. I'm sure if I'm interested, we can get a hold of them some way, somehow. So, other than that, we'll let you get back to your net there, and just another piece of the pot for you. VA3 FGT out here in Simcoe, Ontario.
All right there, Greg. Well, thanks for checking in, my friend. Glad to have you aboard. And Steve, I did hear you. And it is a 991 because Huey sent me a video from his phone showing me the radio there. And so, yeah, I couldn't see it up close, but it's definitely not a 891. Okay, we're going to drop and switch over to the Hamilton base station. Okay, this is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, back on the Hamilton station. And we're here with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is week 1,496 weeks that A.R.E.G has been on the air. And we're looking for check-ins. Any new check-ins, please come now. All right, nothing heard. Well, let's go back to the top of the list and see if PDL is listening. VE3 PDL. He must be getting the fire started. All right, let's see if George is with us. VE3 GBD.
I'm here. I keyed up earlier. You were talking to the other two fellas, and you forgot about me.
Yeah, I did mention that I was going to jump to those guys because they're pretty far away from me, and I'd get back to you. So here we are. Sorry about that.
That's all good. It's all good. You know, same old. I'm just sitting here smoking cigarettes and having a beer, and probably be shutting her down soon. And who knows?
Yeah. All right. That's what I wanted to ask you. If you've got everything packed already for the weekend.
No, not yet. Not yet. Actually, we got to clean the back of my truck out because I got a bunch of wood off Larry Skywalker there. What LDZ V3 LDZ, and so I gotta clean the back of the truck out. But yeah, I get we've got everything almost set up, ready to load up in the truck.
Oh, yeah, right on. Very good. Well, I wish you good weather, George, this weekend. As you know, May 2-4 weekend is notorious for rain and muddy conditions. People wanting to go camping. I remember Cayuga was a big, I think it was a big party there. I don't know uh, if that still goes on or not, but yeah. All right, George. Well, thanks for keeping us up to date with that. And so we'll call you again soon. VE3 Golf Bravo Delta. Let's see if Rick is still with us. VA3 AXJ.
Yep, go ahead there, Chuck. I'm still hanging in here. But this will be my 7-3 round. Landing, I'm gonna put my head down, rest himself.
Well, as long as you're not going to rest in peace, that's good enough for me there, Rick. And so, yeah, perfect timing. It's 9 p.m. That's your usual bedtime uh, uh, zone, let's call it, after a long day. I got to start getting up earlier in the morning and going to bed earlier at night. That's my problem. I stay up late, but I also have sleep issues. So, anyways, that's a whole other ball of wax. All right, Rick. Well, thanks for checking in with us tonight. Much appreciated, sir. Glad your granddaughter's doing better, and wish you all the best with your back as well. Um, take some Advil or whatever works best for you. Shot of whiskey, then go to bed, right? Uh, that works for some people. Okay, Rick, anything else, sir?
No, that about sums it up there. Thanks for doing the net there, Chucky. Yeah, I'm gonna throw those pads on my back for half an hour. Just chill out and electrocute myself, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyhow, we'll be talking to you. We'll get on there next week and we'll gab some more. Try to stay up as long as I can, but I'm up so damn early in the morning, eh?
Yeah.
And it's just the day, just
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I know. Okay, Rick, you have yourself a great rest of the evening there. Get some rest. We'll talk to you again soon, somewhere down the log. VA3AXJ. Next, let's go to the West End and say hello to Debbie once again. VA3OYL.
Oh, had to grab the mic there. I was out of reach. Oh, I haven't been playing much radio lately. I haven't been doing much of anything besides moving stuff. I'll be glad when this is all over. Our house is full of junk from Toronto, so I'm slowly going through and sorting it out and getting rid of stuff. But the house is a disaster now because all the junk. But thank goodness for basements.
Oh, yes, yes. Thank goodness for basements, especially for places that don't have a garage where you can, put things away where you're not going to be using them for a while or, but unfortunately, we don't have a garage, so our basement's quite full too. So, yep, I know. Space is at a premium, that's for sure.
I have a funny story. In the house in Toronto, they had custom made dining room table that was glass and piping. So it looked industrial, and it was 6 feet long and 3 feet wide. And the glass was all one piece. And it had 6 chairs. So I tried to sell it. Nobody wanted it. And I thought, well, I can't put it in the car to bring home to get rid of it. So I put it up on a free group in Toronto. And this fella says, "Oh, I'll take the table." I said, "Great." So I got the glass off the table, got the table outside so they could have an easier time getting the table. He drives up in a sedan car, a 4-door sedan, and 2 guys hop out, and I'm thinking, they're never going to get the table in there. He said, "No problem, we're engineers, so we'll figure it out." So they got the table in, they got the glass in, and they had the pipe apart in no time, and off they went. And I decided later on to give them the 6 chairs, but I said, you have to come to Hamilton to get the 6 chairs. He shows up the next day in a sedan, and there's 3 guys in the car, and I'm figuring, how the heck are they going to fit 6 chairs that don't stack into this car? We're engineers, we'll figure it out. They got it. They figured it out, and then they were off and running.
Oh my God, that's funny and pretty cool, really. I'm just picturing in my mind there as you're telling the story, and yeah, showing up in a car. Um, Geez, I just read recently someone put in something in a vehicle that was sticking out the windows like four by fours or railroad ties, whatever, sticking out the 2 windows of the car, and they hit another vehicle and they drove off. So a hit and run. The car wouldn't be too hard to spot, right? Driving down the road with a railroad tie sticking through the side of a car. But that's pretty cool. They got the chairs. What, they take them all apart or what?
No, they were custom made, and they were all welded together, so you can't take them apart. But they stack. Well, I mean, you just turn them upside down, right? I guess sort of to make them a little bit less room they take up.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did it. I think they got. I don't know if they got 2 or 3 in the trunk, but I don't know if one of the guys sat with a chair on his lap or what. I don't know, but they left, and I just did a little happy dance and thinking, okay, it's gone. I don't have to worry about it anymore.
And maybe they removed the back seat of the car so they had plenty of room in there. Who knows, eh? Well, that's a good story. Thanks there, Deb.
Yep, that'll give me a chuckle for a long time. Those engineers.
Jenga.
Yeah, well, when you see somebody trying to put a queen size mattress into a small car, you wonder, what are people seeing? What's going through their mind? Like, it doesn't fit, but I see pictures on Facebook and other social media platform that shows uh, people trying to fit objects that, to our eyes, they just don't fit, right? So, but it's cool that these guys got it done. But I've seen plenty of times where it doesn't work.
Yeah, for sure. So thank goodness it did, and it's gone. So I didn't know that the pipe table um, comes apart, and they had it apart in like 2 seconds. They had all their tools with them, so it was the perfect person to have the table, and they really like it, and so it was a good fit.
Yeah, right on. That's awesome. Okay, very good, Deb. Well, anything else before we try and make or get some more check-ins or go down our list?
Ooh, what are you gonna do? Which one? Oh no, nothing else. I'll be listening along.
All right, very good, Deb. Thanks for that funny story. Very entertaining. VA3OYL. Let's see if TGL is still in there. It was quite noisy earlier. Victor Echo 3, Tango Golf Lima. Uwe, are you still there? Okay, nothing heard. Well, let's do another call out before we go down the list and see if anyone else is out there who'd like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. Looking for check ins. Please come now. All right, nothing heard. Well, let's go up the hill and see if Victor Golf 3, Indy Mike Whiskey, is cooking or not.
Very good. 3, Indy, Mike Whiskey. Yes. Nothing really exciting tonight, but good old-fashioned hot dogs. Big, fat, juicy Snyder's, all beef wieners, and as opposed to everybody else in the world, we don't boil them. We actually fry them. So they come out very similar to what you get off of the barbecue grill. And with all the wonderful condiments that you can possibly think of, my favorite combination actually includes, I'm going to have a brain fart. So the Japanese cabbage stuff that is fermented. Anyways, yes, this nice spicy cabbage stuff. It's a really good complement to a good all beef wiener. And of course, nice fresh egg buns. We get them from the bakery at Zarky's. Anyways, that's what's on the table tonight. Hot dog.
Oh, I didn't know they had a bakery there. Okay, that's interesting. And yeah, personally, I like sauerkraut. I don't eat it very often, but in the summertime, uh, yeah, I love that stuff on hot dogs, sausages. Not so much on hamburgers, but yeah, hot dogs and sausage for sure.
Yeah, well, this stuff is not your regular sauerkraut. I know my wife loves sauerkraut. She goes hog wild for it with Oktoberfest sausages and sauerkraut. This is not rotten cabbage. This is a fermented cabbage. Kimchi, that's it. Yeah. I always keep a tub of kimchi in the fridge because it's a nice complement for anything that needs a little zing to it. It not only gives you the spice, but also that wonderful cabbage flavor. So kimchi and any kind of cheese that you would want to put on, it's a nice complement for feta. And for a little bit more of a kick, you can actually run a knife through capers. Brings a little bit more of a salty taste to it. So it's a little bit different than your normal mayo, relish, and ketchup. But yeah, it's good flavor. And yes, the bakery at Zarky's, fresh pizzas every day. You can actually walk out of there with a big rectangular slab pizza. And boy, I remember the first time I took my wife in there. She says, "What are you doing?" I said, well, we got a lot of stuff to do today, so we're going to take one of these with us. Well, yeah, we ate our way through that big slab pizza while we're doing all of our shopping and so forth. So a great big square meat lovers pizza, and yeah, their bakery is just awesome. Nice French bread and sandwich loaves and specialty breads, including cheese breads and if you really like special breads, the olive loaf is to die for.
Olive loaf, eh? Yeah. I grew up eating that stuff as a kid. Not so much as an adult, but it's still good now that I think of it. Yeah, a lot of different cold cuts there we used to eat as a kid. What's the one I really didn't like? Head cheese? Yeah, that's it.
Well, the olive loaf that I'm talking about is actually bread. It's bread that's baked with olives in it, and the bread dough is actually made with olives and olive oil. So it's a really nice complement for any cold cuts that you want to go with it. As far as the mock chicken loaf and all the rest of that stuff, I think I'd rather go with the corned beef or anything like that.
Very good. Thanks for the correction. And I got a couple of things for you there on this day. Mac, are you ready?
I'm all ears. Fire away.
All right. Well, this is not just for you. It's for everyone else listening. This involves Saturdays. Now, in 1830, on this day, in 1830, a gentleman by the name of Edwin Budding of England signs an agreement for the manufacture of his invention, and it's called the lawnmower. 1830. I can just imagine what that looked like. And then it ends by saying Saturdays are destroyed forever. So in 1830, they start making lawnmowers. And then 1852, Massachusetts rules that all school-age children must attend school and not work in the coal mines. I added that last part. And if anybody's ever been to Los Angeles and has seen the Grauman's Chinese Theater, which is in Hollywood, California, it actually first opened on this day, 1927. Now, if I'm not mistaken, most of that building was transported by ship from China and rebuilt to become the Grauman's Chinese Theater. You know where all the handprints in the cement and footprints and all that? I've been there actually, so that's very interesting to me. Unfortunately, I didn't have a camera 30 years ago when I was there, but man, it's a hell of a place. We actually went to see a movie there. Okay, and in 1965, on this day, Gene Roddenberry suggests 16 names for Star Trek captain, and they included Kirk as one of the 16 names that were suggested. Let's see. Oh, American engineer Ray Dolby founds Dolby Laboratories in London, England. And that's on this day, 1965. Um, here we go. Oh, speaking of the weather, ARPAD was talking about this earlier. Here we go. In 1977, on this day, the US, the USSR, and other nations signed the Environmental Modification Convention, which prohibits weather warfare having widespread, long-lasting, or severe effects. So there you go. They've been manipulating the weather for years, and we didn't even know about it. All right. What do you think of that, Mac?
Yeah, that's the world we live in, and unfortunately, some people will always try to take advantage of things that they can manipulate, much to the chagrin of others. Anyways, we will do what we can do in order to keep the world a nice, happy, smiley place. Yes, viruses and pestilences and, I'll wax poetic, wars and rumors of wars. It sounds like Revelations, and I have read that.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, we don't want to put people to sleep listening to Revelations. But anyways, Mac, thank you for helping me fill some time there. I think we're gonna say hello to KCI up on the hill there and see if he's still there. So thank you very much, Mac. We'll get back to you again for last round. So let me drop.
I gotta break in. V3GBD. We were talking about, I heard you guys talking about bread. I know a great spot to get homemade fresh bread.
All right, George, VE3GBD, tell us.
It's a spot called Punjabi. Punjabi. They make it fresh every day, and I'm telling you, you could buy shawarma bread or whatever bread. I'm telling you, their bread is so good. It's called Punjabi.
Okay, that's the name of the place or the name of the bread?
No, that's the name of the place, Punjabi. It's, I believe, Queenston and Centennial or somewhere up that way. It's called Punjabi. When my wife brought bread home from there, I'm like, oh my God, that is delicious. Homemade every day.
Oh, yeah, very good, very good. All right, George, thanks for that. That reminds me, we have a bakery just around the corner from us here at Ottawa and Barton. Just a block or so down Barton from here. So I'm going to have to go down there and get some fresh homemade daily fresh bread there. It's not too far, and it's got to be better than what they sell you at Walmart.
Oh, exactly. But yeah, my wife, she stopped by there the one day because we wanted to make homemade shawarmas, and they actually make the shawarma buns. Oh my God, you just fill them up, bada bing, bada boom. You got a shawarma But I'm telling you, their bread is actually, and they sell more than just bread. You know, they sell all kinds of, you know, meats and spices or canned goods, whatever. It's called Punjabi.
All right, George, we got it. Punjabi. Okay, George, thanks very much. We're going to go up the hill and see if we can say hi to Art there. He may be wanting to sign off soon. He was having a little bit of trouble hearing us. So let me drop. All right, this is VA3CJZ. Hopefully you can hear me there. VA3 Kilo Charlie India. Art, you still there?
Oh yeah, I'm still here. I can still hear you. I'm just about ready to go and call it nighty night because I'm usually up at 5:45 in the morning, and my eyes start to droop a little bit. And the other chap that you were talking to about over there, I'm glad he likes the shawarma over there. I tried it once. They took 2 bites out of it, threw it in the garbage can. Worst thing I ever ate in my life.
You know what, Art? I'm not even sure if I've ever tried that. I know when they had the festivals at the Gage Park and that, I would eat the Greek their sandwiches there. I forget what they're called, the gyros, and I like those. Those are good. But I don't know if I've ever had a shawarma. But yeah, you can't say no to fresh bread though. That makes the difference right there.
Yeah, I'm glad you call it gyro. It's called euro. The pronunciation for it's called euro. So yeah, I'm glad you got it in the right way. Boy, that's tasty stuff.
Yeah, I know the proper pronunciation for it. It's just I didn't think very many people would recognize it in its true name there. The Euro, the G isn't pronounced. So yeah, very good there, Art. That's exactly right. And man, I always fill my belly up with those pork gyros. Very good stuff.
Yeah, well, you got to understand. Well, the wife is Dutch and so am I. So here's your beat that way. But anyways, I'm going to call tonight. I thought I'd just go and check in for the Wednesday and everything else like that. Hope everybody's safe. Hope everybody enjoys the long weekend. Don't drink too many lollipops, and yeah, and be nice to your neighbors on the road. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, Art. Thanks again for checking in with us and sticking around. I'm glad you're sounding good. You enjoy the rest of the week and have a great weekend there with the nice weather coming up tomorrow. So back to shorts, maybe, eh? Okay, Art. Take care, my friend. VE3 Kilo Charlie India. All right. Well, let's see if RPAD is still there or watching a movie. Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta.
Yeah, I'm still here. This is Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta. I guess I'm going to use my new Canadian call sign, I guess. It would be Canadian Forces number 3, Victor Alpha Delta. How do you like that one? Canadian Forces, CF3. Yeah. Yeah, Canadian Forces 3 VAD. And yeah, you guys were talking about weather modification and all that, yeah. And actually, historically, the first time when they used weather modification was in Vietnam, and it was a trail called Ho Chi Minh Trail. And what they did with these C-130 airplanes, they were flying up and down, and they were dumping the aluminum oxide. They flew above the clouds, and they were kept dumping aluminum oxide 24 hours on the Ho Chi Minh Trail. So the trucks, they couldn't get through anymore because it was always raining. You see what happens, aluminum oxide is coming down slowly, and it's attaching to the clouds, to the moisture, and becomes rain. And it's never rained anywhere in the jungle except over the Ho Chi Minh Trail, I guess they would call it in Vietnam. And yeah, you see on these movies, the historical movies, and you see all these people with they carrying the weapons from well, I guess they were. It was coming from China, and on their back and or on the bicycles because the vehicles they couldn't travel on that road anymore because it was so soggy. Yeah, they just created a mud hole everywhere. So yeah, that was the very first time when they used weather modification, and they do that. Actually, I've seen farmers they do that. You have a little rocket or something, and you see a cloud, and you just shoot this rocket above the cloud, and the aluminum oxide is going to come down slowly, and it's going to start raining on your farm, and no neighbor's farm is wet.
Oh wow, that's interesting. I never thought of that. People like farmers having access to that kind of technology. But I guess people have been trying to make it rain for years. I mean, since the natives started doing rain dances and so on. Um, yeah, well, that would come in handy if it works. But very interesting, eh? The Ho Chi Minh Trail. Yeah, there aren't many paved roads back in Vietnam in the 60s. It was all dirt roads. And of course, when it rains, those roads wash out and become mud, and your vehicle isn't going anywhere. Yeah, so carry everything on your back, guys. Get that machine gun and let's go. Yeah, I've seen pictures of that too.
Yeah, Roger that, and they're still using it. And lately what they use apparently, I'm not sure if it's being proven or not, but you can create earthquake as well with these systems because you can basically when you have a child and you pushing the child on the swing, and you measure the frequency, the earth where you live at, and you're going to use radio waves through the to the bubble around us, and you vibrate in that bubble with the same frequency, then technically you can create earthquakes in some areas. And yeah, the first test I believe it was in Haiti. They blamed that to the U.S. When they were testing this earthquake machine, and yeah, it's all made by radios and through the air.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I just read that that big explosion, that big volcanic explosion they had in the island of Tonga, um, the shock waves went around the Earth 4 times. They measured it, and it went. Yeah, it was the largest explosion ever on Earth during our lifetime.
Yep, yep. And the Russian has the Tsar bomb. That was the biggest
Oh yeah.
man-made explosion was. And same thing, I think it went around. I can't remember 2.5 times around the Earth. They measured the shock wave. That was one single bomb, no nuclear bomb or anything like that. But somehow these Russians they put in so much power into it, and that was the biggest non-nuclear explosion, Tsar bomb.
Yes, I also read about that. The Tsar Bomba, as I think they call it in Russian. Yeah, largest man-made to this day, I believe. That's the largest man-made explosion. So I think that was an atomic bomb, not nuclear. So and it exceeded what they thought it would do. They thought it would do so many megatons, and it did way more. So yeah, playing with fire right there.
Yeah, if you guys are talking about technical stuff, I'm not sure if you guys looked at these new batteries. What Mr. Elon Musk is working on right now, and apparently they're going to come up with a new battery, and it's going to be a
Yeah.
diamond nuclear battery, I believe they call it. Yeah, just go to YouTube or anywhere, put in diamond battery. Diamond battery, basically they're using these uranium rods, which one is basically garbage. They put it under high pressure, compressing them. They're creating diamond with it, and apparently they have no radiation anymore, and for 20,000 years are going to give you power. You believe it or not. That's what they are talking about. And apparently, they already have some of the batteries, and they're testing it right now. And you're going to buy a car in the future, you never have to fill it up.
Yes, I was also reading about that. I forget how long they said your car battery would last, but it would probably outlive you. Uh, so that's very, very interesting. Yeah, spent fuel rods um, turned into tiny little diamonds. That's very interesting stuff. Well, you know what? We need to come up with a new technology, and we're doing things now that most people don't even think about ever doing. We're moving pretty fast, actually.
Well, Mr. Tesla back in those days, he had all kind of ideas, right? And they shut him down very quickly because the money. How can you charge if you're getting the power from the air for free? How are you? What did that guy say? If I can put a meter on it, I can't sell it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah, if they're gonna come up with these diamond batteries, the oil companies probably they're going to shoot some people in the head.
Yeah. Why do you think the minute Tesla died, the government came in and confiscated all his notes? Very little has survived except, well, in the government's hands. They didn't want uh, free airwaves, like Tesla was talking about doing, and uh, today we call that wireless. And he wanted to make it free, and oh my goodness, we can't have that.
Yeah, Roger that. And yeah, it's a very interesting story, his life. He was born, today it is called Yugoslavia, but back in those days it was part of Hungary. And in 1914, they took that area away from the Hungarian people. And no, he was born before that. So technically, he was a Hungarian, and he spoke Hungarian. That's what they spoke at home, Hungarian. But interestingly, today that area of the country had been given to Yugoslavia, and the Yugoslavian claiming as a Yugoslavian. Even today, there's an argument if, when he was born, he was a Hungarian citizen because he was born on a Hungarian land. And then in 1914 had been converted into a different country, and then now the Yugoslavian says, "Hey, no, Tesla was Yugoslavian, and technically not. He was Hungarian." So, and they would not accept that even today.
Contact.
Go ahead.
Tesla held two citizenships only. One was American, one was Austro-Hungarian. So I don't know what point you're trying to make.
Well, talk to Yugoslavian government, and they'll tell you. Go to look it up where he was born, and he came from Yugoslavia. That's what they say.
He only held two citizenships: Austro-Hungarian and American. Only those two. I mean, whatever they say or whatever they give him, he only had two.
I understand, but if you read about where he came from, he was a Yugoslavian born. That's what it says. All the letters and newspapers and everywhere.
I don't know. Anyways, just Chuck, give me a quick check-in. I'm gonna go upstairs and handle the kids, so I might rejoin you soon.
Okay, Vanya, will do. I've got you marked into the logbook there, my friend. You coming back, you say?
I'll try.
Okay. Well, thanks for taking the effort and the time out for to check in with us. Much appreciated, sir. You go wish your boy a good night there, and we'll talk to you again soon. Okay, Arpad, very interesting stuff. I try to read up on as much interesting things like that all the time. So yeah, it's nice to hear other people are educated somewhat more than just general knowledge.
Yeah, Roger that. And I have a message for Mark. That radio, the IC735. Actually, if you get that radio, I would send it to a museum or something, because it's it had been designed back in where was that? Hold on, I missed it. 1985. Yeah, that's right. The radio was made in first edition came in 1985, and in 1989. It was $989.95 US in 1989. So yeah, you got a brand new radio in the box from 1985. Somebody left it in the basement for sure.
Roger that, and now it's all mine.
Not yet.
Well, George said he was holding it for me, and the other Mac is going to deliver it or pick it up or something. Anyways, yeah, I think it's just, like I said, an excellent addition to the shack.
Yeah, it's gonna look good for sure. Yeah, and it's quite interesting. I never see those sliders. You know, you may have to spray those because they have a tendency to dry out. But I'm wondering, you know, like if it sat there for like 30 years in the basement, I'm wondering if those sliders are still working without any scratchiness.
Well, if it's never been out of the box, then it should be
Yeah, that's
just
true.
as fresh as a daisy.
Roger that. You let us know. You let us know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go down to George's basement. Actually, he invited me over to take a look at the vehicles in the barn. He has like a big pile of vehicles in the. He has like I don't know how many 5 barns in the back, fully loaded with all kind of vehicles, and he wants to sell me a milk truck. You believe it or not, with a flat 6.
Now, there is a vehicle that could be modified for field day for sure.
Yeah. Well, he says the only reason why he got it because he wanted to set it up as a camper or something, and you can stand up in it. He says, and it's all aluminum. The whole vehicle is aluminum flat 6, and he drove it into the garage back in those days, like 100 years ago, and never touched it since then. So yeah, I said to him, I said, I'll come over to your place. Because very soon he's gonna have to sell the farm, by the way. So yeah, he got some offers already from the federal government. They're building that new highway, and it's going to be right in his farm. So in a few years he's gonna have to move. And I said to him, I'm going to bring my clipboard and my pen, and we're going to write down what you got.
Wow. Maybe a few of us should have a visit there and see what kind of assets he is willing to part with. Yeah, that sounds really interesting.
Actually, he said many times there is if anybody wants to do a field day or something, more than welcome to come up. He has one of those Rogers gray box, you know, what they use for repeater stations and whatnot, and they dropped it off for him. He got it for free. He just had to pay the the crane. They even delivered it to him, and Rogers, and he just had to pay the crane to take it off from the trailer. So it's like 7,000 pounds, and it has built-in batteries and everything. So you know, like it was a communication unit what they use at the repeater site.
And that's our friend VE3KYY. Yeah. That's another George that can afford to park in the ditch.
Yeah, no, he has all kind of stuff in there, and you know what? You would be surprised. One of the barn is falling apart, and I even told him. I said, when you're taking these barns done, we're gonna sell the lumber because lots of people they love to have that to make a floor from it.
Yeah, salvaging barn board and the timbers from the barn structure, that's big business, really big business today. There's a lot of people that are actually reconstructing places and using barn timbers in order to do the structure. Yeah, they started a whole new television series about it. Barnwood Builders. Yeah, spent a lot of time watching those boys.
Yeah, Roger that. We're gonna have to call them, and we're gonna make George a rich man because he doesn't even know what he has. I'll tell you the truth. He has so much stuff. Anyways, okay. Chuck, I'm going to turn it back to you. I don't want to kidnap your net. Go ahead, please.
Okay, very good there, Arpad. Thanks for all that lovely information. And thank you for your check in. Much appreciated. You enjoy the rest of the evening and, of course, the long weekend coming up. We shall more than likely talk to you tomorrow on the Lake Ontario Radio Club net at 7 p.m. on 70 centimeters. Okay, well, I guess we can do one more call out and then we'll continue down the list. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton. This is week 1,496 weeks that A.R.E.G has been on the air, and we're looking for your check-in. Please come now.
VE3, DJZ. Victor Echo 3, Lima, Bravo, India.
Okay, I'm not sure if I heard 2 or 3 stations there. Maybe Huey has another radio on the go there, but I've got 2 stations. Was there anyone else? Okay, nothing heard. Let's go to VE3DJZ. Huey, good evening and welcome.
Just checking real fast, Chuck. No traffic report. Good job, buddy. Hope everything's going good. And saying hi.
All right, right on. You're sounding good tonight. I did plug your radio that you said you wanted to sell, unless you've already sold it. Can you tell us what it is again, please?
It's a Yaesu 991. It's looks like brand new. It's a nice radio. It's a shack in the box, has everything. HF, 2 meter, 70 centimeters, sideband, 8 fusion, FM, digital, everything.
Okay. So what's the difference between that one and the A version?
The difference people asked, I found out, was the waterfall. On the 991, the waterfall didn't refresh. You'd have to refresh it after a while. When 991, they fixed it, so they didn't have to refresh it. Did it on its own.
Oh, okay. So the difference is the waterfall. All right, then. Very good. So if anyone's interested, then contact Huey to get more information on that radio. All right, Huey, thanks a bunch, man. Appreciate you checking in.
No problem. I'll come by sometime with the drone again and show you again. I got the new one coming, the Mini 3, so it's going to be even better.
Yeah, right on. Well, I love the quality of the video in the one you have now. So, yeah, for sure. Once it gets nicer there, we'll get together. Okay, sounds good. Victor Echo 3, Delta Juliet Zulu, downtown. Let's go up on the hill now and say hi to Larry, VE3LBI.
Yep, evening. Quick check-in for you there, Chuck. Nothing too much to report. Not a bad day, a little cool, but it's supposed to be warmer on Friday.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be warmer tomorrow, but yeah, probably wet too, right?
I'm not sure. Are they calling for rain tomorrow?
Well, hang on. I'm just pulling up the website now. Oh, currently 12 degrees at the airport. Tomorrow, 21 degrees. Cloudy with showers ending in the morning. Mainly sunny with cloudy periods in the afternoon. POP 40%. Rain only 1 millimeter. So, yeah, it's going to be a nice day.
Okay. Well, I heard Friday's supposed to be
possibly up to 30 or something that we're talking.
Yeah, here it says tomorrow 21, Friday 29, feeling like 35. Saturday 28, risk of strong thunderstorms, and it will feel like 34. So Friday and Saturday, the two hot days. Sunday is going to be 21, feeling like 23. So there you go.
All right, sounds good. Well, we'll see what happens tomorrow. I don't know about the weather forecaster, but I'm sure sometimes half the time they're wrong anyways, if not more than that.
Yeah, I understand tonight you did a presentation.
Yeah, myself and Dave did a presentation on POTA, yes.
Oh, and that was on Zoom?
Yep, it was on Zoom for the Hamilton Club. We did a presentation tonight.
Yeah, and how did it go?
Quite well. A lot of questions after. People are interested, not in, say, whether they're going to, join up or whatever, but people were interested in the conversation between the two of us. Did ask some questions and wanted some more details, and so we did a presentation with PowerPoint, and then brought up a couple of screens from the actual POTA car or POTA app, so they could see what things were, and if you got a couple people interested, more for to carry on with it.
Yeah, last night I was scanning the HF bands there, and 40 meters was pretty busy with some POTAs in there. I actually heard you check in with one station, and it's picking up. So I'm going to be making some more contacts there myself. It's been 10 days since I've made a contact. So we're going to start getting back into that there when we have the opportunity. Okay, Larry. Well, we're going to make this the 7-3 round anyways, because it's 9:49 p.m. there. I just want to say thanks for taking the time out to check in with us.
Yep, okay, not a problem. All right, then, I'll say 7-3, and good evening, everybody that's on there. I'm not sure, just kind of got in here late, so I got done the meeting and then had a phone call, so just clean that up. But I better check in because it's Wednesday. That's all right. Anyways, I'll say 7-3. Take care. All the best. VE3 LBI 7-3. We're clear.
Okay, Larry. Have a great rest of the evening, and then of course, happy May 2-4 weekend coming up. It should be a good one compared to the last couple of years, anyways. Okay, Larry. VE3 LBI up on the hill. I do thank you again for your check-in, sir. Take care. All right, let's do one more call out and see if anyone else is out there like to check in with us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group before we wrap things up through the 7-3 round that we shall run through here. But for now, let's see if anyone else would like to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3 CJZ. Please come now. All right. Well, we do have to take a break after the net, but we're going to run through the list right now. This is a 7-3 round, and if anyone has any comments that I might have missed them or anything, please jump in. But let's start off with VE3 PDL. Paul, last call. VE3 GBD. George. Okay. Rick AXJ already said goodnight. Are you there, Rick? All right, let's go to VA3 OYL. Deb, last call. Okay, let's go to Victor Golf 3. Very good 3. Indy Mike Whiskey. Last call, Mac.
Roger. And as usual, another Wednesday night with check-ins with Chuck. The kind of the high point in the week. High point, hump day, it all works. Anyways, I think on the second round, you didn't get a chance to call out to Grandpa Greg. I'm not sure if he's still listening along. So I just give him a quick chance to come back to us to say see if he wants to give us a 73s for this round.
Sure thing. I believe you're right. I think I did miss him there because we get distracted with new check-ins and so on. I do apologize for that, but sure thing. Let's drop it off and switch to the remote station in Flamborough and see if we can get a hold of VA3 Foxtrot Golf Tango. Okay, this is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu trying to contact Victor Alpha 3 Foxtrot Golf Tango. Greg, are you still with us? Okay, well, nothing heard with the VA3 FGT station in Simcoe, but we did get him checked in there. Do apologize for missing him on the second round. And Mac, back to you for your final thoughts.
Oh, well, yeah, this won't be my final thought. I have lots more to come. Anyways, thanks for giving Greg another chance. But I didn't hear anything in there either. And as usual, thanks for doing what you're doing, Chuck. Keeping up the heritage of all these years. And we'll look forward to the 1,500 weeks coming up very shortly. Anyways, 73s, my friend, and keep on doing what you're doing. Victor Alpha 3, Victor Golf 3, India Mike Whiskey, 73s.
All right, 7-3 there, Mac. I don't know if AREG's still with us, but he's the next on the list. VA3, VAD, 7-3 round there, AREG. And I think we also missed Steve, NFG. I don't know what to call you. I've got VA3 NFG. I've got VG3 NFG. Let's try them both.
Charlie Foxtrot 4, November Foxtrot Golf. Go ahead there, Chuck.
Yes, sir. Would like your final thoughts on this evening's net there, and this is the 7-3 round.
Yeah, okay, there. Good enough there, Chuck. Thanks for doing it, buddy. We'll be sticking around here. I'm back and forth there, letting the dogs out back, but I take the portable with me, so I'm always listening. Yep, we'll talk to you somewhere on the band here. We'll be standing by here. Back to you, Chuck, VA3 NFG.
All right there, Steve. Very good. I just have to take a short break there myself. And we can come back here. We can go to the OBP repeater, wherever you guys are going to be there. But I definitely got to step away and hit the loo. So thanks for sticking around with us and coming in early there, Steve. Much appreciate your check-in. Glad I could make your hump day a little bit more enjoyable. Maybe get some information you didn't know about before and spend some time with us. I do appreciate it, Steve. Take care. Next on the list, we said goodnight to Art. ARPAD, no answer. Let's try Vanya, VA3, X-ray, Lima, Juliet. Okay, let's send it to Huey if he's still there. You got last call there, Huey.
Nothing else really to say. Good job, Chucky. You take care and have a good night. And once again, thank you for doing that and taking your time.
All right, Huey. Thanks again. Much appreciated. All right. Well, let's do one more call out and then we're going to wrap things up. This is VA3 CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. And we're looking for any last minute check ins, anyone, anywhere who'd like to test out their radios or just to say hello. Any new check ins, please come now. All right, well, that's it. Well, I don't know exactly how many people checked in, but I do have a bunch of different call signs that I marked down. 18 check ins. So I just want to say thanks to everyone. It's now time to close this evening's A.R.E.G. And of course, as mentioned before, it's week 1496. Only 3 more weeks of sleep to go. 3 more sleeps, 3 more weeks before we hit the 1500. And I'd like to see you all back here for that. So I'd like to thank everyone for participating in this evening's A.R.E.G. And I look forward to hearing from you again next week. Remember, this net could not be possible without each and every one of you. Until then, stay safe. Have a great rest of the week. Get your shorts and muscle shirts ready for tomorrow. This is VA3CJZ saying 7-3 and good night. We shall take a break and return shortly. I now return the frequency back to regular use. Take care, all.